Hello, hello, everyone. Happy Wednesday. Happy Thursday. I just call it Wednesday. Wow. It's been a day, you guys.
Howdy.
Happy Mini Friday. Tara, Kat, Kaylee, Christina, Morgan, Stephanie. I'm gonna wait a few more minutes to see who else hops on. I can't see anyone's face so far. Everyone's hiding.
I'm driving, so I have to hide.
I'm just messing around. Do not turn your camera on if you're.
I tried, but it's too dark. I'm in my neighborhood now. I'm almost home.
It's so dark out.
It is.
Okay. I'm just going to give it one more minute because the call is not going to be super long. Okay, Samantha's joining. Just going to give it a few more minutes to see if anybody else is going to join. Tara's having mic issues. That's okay. All right, I think I'm going to get started. Whoever else hops in can watch the recording later or just hop on in. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Hi, Erin. Okay, cool. So this is a topic that came up a ton in my check-ins this week, so I figured what better than to talk about it on this week's call, action over motivation. I can't find the motivation to work out. So I think that this is something that we all have definitely said. I personally have said it. I think that it's really easy to, especially around the holidays, maybe have an off day or an off few days, and then that kind of catapults into feeling really out of whack or out of your routine. And you're like, well, I'll get back after it once I have that motivation, or I'm just waiting to find the motivation to get back to the gym. So, many think that they need to have motivation in order to exercise healthy and be successful. So, when they lack motivation, they just kind of throw the towel in altogether. So, like I just mentioned, waiting to kind of find that motivation and that feeling to then, in fact, go to the gym. But the truth is that you don't find motivation, you have to create it within yourself. Motivation comes from action, and then that grows into greater action. So, when you're not feeling super hot and you don't want to go to the gym, you kind of have to touch into a deeper spot and not really think emotionally, right? We're not going to always feel like our best. We're not going to always feel like going to the gym. It's super dark out and it's dark by 5, 6 p.m. some places. Maybe we had a long day. You're not going to find that motivation, but you kind of just have to tell yourself, I'm going to go, I'm going to take action. And then half the time, once you get there and you start moving your body around, the endorphins start flowing, you're like, okay, wow, I'm feeling good because I took action first, and then comes motivation. So, motivation in its simplest term is motive and action. A motive is an inner state that is driven by a goal. I know we all have goals on this call. We all go over them on our first, one-on-one calls before you start coaching. And that is something inside a person that drives them to a specific objective. Everybody's goals are different. We have goals at different times. Sometimes they're stronger than others. And action is simply the process used to pursue a specific goal. So by you taking action, That's you trying to achieve a specific goal. Motivation is temporary, and that's something that I think needs to be constantly reminded. It's not something that you're always going to have. You know, we show up to work because it's our job. We have to. So if you don't wait to have motivation to show up to the gym or show up for yourself in health and fitness, then you're going to succeed long term because you're not relying on something that is not necessarily always going to be there. So, what drives you to keep pushing when you are not in the mood? You need a plan of action. It's like having a journal, it's like getting in your car and driving to work, just a plan of action. You need a routine. That's why I think some of us, including myself, fall off around the holidays. You're out of your routine. You're at your mom's house, you're driving here, you're at your aunt's house, you're eating this person's food. You kind of get out of whack and then you're all off of your schedule. We need consistency. Consistency breeds results. Showing up even when you don't feel like it. And above everything else, I know my girls know I talk about this, is having a strong why. So, your why. What is a why? If you have not already thought about this question, I challenge you to think about it. So, strengthening and deepening your why will only aid in the success of your health and wellness journey. Of course, we all want a fat peach and a big booty, maybe some nice lats, and a toned tummy. But beyond that is something that we need to go a little bit deeper, right? Your why, the reason that you're going to continue on this health and wellness journey forever, right? Because it's not a short term fix, it's a long term fix, it's a lifestyle change. What is that why that keeps you driving when you're not motivated, when you're not feeling your hottest? It needs to be so specific and strong that it continues to propel you, regardless of a bad day, regardless if the scale goes up, regardless if you're not seeing results. You need to have that why and that tunnel vision. You need to be able to zoom out and think bigger picture. So, not super long, but I did think it would be fun if first I'll ask if anyone has any questions before I go on to my next idea. Oh, there's some in the chat. I didn't know that was Tara. She's
I
alive.
have no questions, but that was great. Loved that. I love that. And I really do think your why is always good to come back to. And like you said, we all have goals, especially physique related goals. That probably is why people reached out to Frequency in the first place. They want to lose weight, they want a smaller waist, they want a bigger butt. And obviously we are still chasing those things as well. Like Sheena and I, even as coaches, like those things don't go away. So what really keeps me motivated for the long run is thinking about the long-term goals. Like I want to be able to play and run around with my grandkids. I want to be able to hike when I'm 60, 70, 80 years old. I don't ever want to be pre-diabetic or have a whole bunch of medical expenses. So I would really recommend, because I know sometimes kind of the surface level goals can feel really motivating at first, but they sort of fizzle out after day after day after day. So remembering like long-term goals helps me.
I love that. And that actually goes into my next question. I was going to see who wanted to maybe unmute themselves and tell us their why. No pressure if you haven't thought about it. And if you haven't, then I challenge you to maybe think about it. And on your next check in with Tara or me, you tell us.
Before I share my why, I just want to say that Tara looks very comfortable in that get down.
Guys, I'm jealous.
Love it. My why is mental health and keeping like a positive outlook in life. Just because, I mean, it's been almost like what, couple months that I felt like I've been in the rut, but just working out really helps out. And I just take it literally, I've been taking it day by day. It's like, okay, I want to go to the gym today and do a 2-hour session. That's not a thing that I'm going to do. I know it's not today, but that's going to be maybe next month. I'll be able to get into the gym and do the 2 hours. Today, I'm just like, I literally went and just started walking around the neighborhood, ended up almost doing 3 miles. Yay. Yesterday, I did yoga for an hour and a half. Yay. Like little things, I celebrate them because that's another thing. We forget to celebrate ourselves. And that's so important too. So
I love that. And I think that Tara touched on this in the chat one day when somebody was asking about depression and And it's so true. Like I personally used to be depressed at one point in my life, and health and fitness has helped me so much. So using that as one of the main tools, like just moving your body, and then you start to feel those endorphins, or like you said, setting realistic small goals for yourself. And even if you don't hit the big ones, you should celebrate, even if it's just, going for a walk, and going for a walk longer than you thought you would. So that's great. Thanks for sharing, Christina. I'll go. I want to live to like 120. I know that's uncharted territories, but my mom told me she's living till 120, so I got to go up there with her. And I want to be able to be like that grandma that everyone is like, holy shit, like she is a baddie, and she can still lift, and me with my white hair. So I just, yeah, it's pretty much the longevity for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna live forever. I think having, and everyone has their version of like being low or having a struggle in their life or a trauma or whatever. But when you're in that state, I had a very long period of time because I had 9 surgeries, 6 months of chemo, 6 weeks of radiation. I mean, shitstorm. Not having an able body, I've never, like, I mean, even not even able to get out of bed to go to the bathroom by myself. So I think just having that experience, I never want to experience that again. Like, I want to be vibrant, and and also, like, I'm just a hell of a lot nicer person if I'm working out and feeling better in my body. So just, nice to be around.
Well, you are totally vibrant, and you are so nice to be around. And I agree with you. If I don't go to the gym for 2 days, like my boyfriend's like, go get out of here because you are mean. I know there's a few more of you that have something to say.
I can go. I
Let's-
didn't know if anybody else is gonna
Oh yeah.
say. So for me, like, I'm in school right now and my schedule's kind of like dictated by the office and everything. And so for me, I guess it's just like working out and like doing stuff like that. And like my fitness journey is kind of the only thing right now that I have like total control over. So it's been really helpful with like my studying and stuff too, that I can have something that I can look forward to in the day that's not, completely school related.
I love that. That's a great why. And the routine is so helpful.
Hey, it's Sydney. I didn't know the prompt because I was multitasking, so I apologize. But then I asked Tara and I got the prompt. So my biggest motivation for this is just because I've seen like the effect that it can have on your family when you're not healthy, and like just internally what it can do to you. Like you can look great on the outside, but your inside isn't great. So my biggest motivator is like to make sure my internal body is healthy, because that will make sure I have longevity to be with my family for as much as I can.
Love that. That was a good one.
Okay, I'll go.
Ooh,
Hi, I'm Stephanie. I mean, you probably know that because it's highlighted that I'm talking, but whatever. For me, I joined this program in a time where I had not been taking care of myself. I had thought that I had been doing a good job of taking care of myself. And I was really struggling with anxiety. And I want to look good. I want to feel good. I want to be confident in my body. I want to fit into my clothes. I want to look good in pictures. I want to live long, all of that stuff. But like, I don't want to have anxiety. And for me, I know that if I move my body, I'm going to have less anxiety. So that's like my why, just for my mental health and to be able to show up and help my partner.
I love that. I always say that we're like balls of energy. And sometimes when you get super stressed out throughout the day, like you always want to push your workout or something. You're like, I don't have time, right? But if you go, you end up, and I'm sure you know, anytime I have anxiety and I end up going and I just move my body around, or even like they say you can like not punch yourself, but like just slowly start to like pat yourself and get the energy moving, I feel so much better. So that was a great one.
Oh, also one more thing, Erin, today I was on the phone with United Healthcare and I was like 50 minutes into this call and I had to like escalate the call to a supervisor and I was like so fucking pissed. Like literally this guy had been helping me for 50 minutes and he was like trying to get me to like have his supervisor call me back. And I just sat there on hold and I did I am breathing in, I am breathing out, I am breathing in. And it helped me so much. I wasn't mad.
Yeah, same. I've been paying attention to my upper lip all day. Those inhales and exhales, baby.
All right, anyone else? And no pressure. If not, in the next 30 seconds, I will wrap this baby up.
I'll go. My why definitely comes back to like the mental. And then I was just kind of like drinking too much and just like noticing all these things. And I was like, I cannot do this anymore. Like I remember before I signed up, I just had probably like 2 weeks where I would fall asleep and lay in the bed. And I probably had like drank that night or like de-stressed or something. And I was like, I cannot do this anymore. Like this is going, like if I continue this, it's just a path that I do not want to be on. And I was always fatigued and like my energy levels were always low, and I work nights, so my schedule has to flip-flop all the time. And it was just awful. It was so hard for me. And even in just doing this for 4 weeks, sorry, Cheddar is playing with his toy. um I've noticed that I just have like ridiculous amounts of energy, it's just such a good feeling. So it makes you wanna, and then when you start doing it, your why just makes you wanna continue to do it, like continue on the journey. So
Oh, I love that. You're crushing. So proud of you.
thank you.
Anyone else?
I'll go too really quick. My why is simply to feel better in my skin. I feel like I was at a point in my life a few years ago where I felt really good, and I'm getting married this year and I want to feel good and look good and look back, at photos and feel proud of myself. So that's ultimately the goal.
I love that. Have you picked out your wedding dress yet?
No, I'm in the process. It's a struggle right now, but
Will you share it in the group?
yeah,
Please.
I will.
Okay, that's so exciting.
Thanks.
I have tears. I love this. We need to do this every call.
I love that everyone's talking.
This is so cute.
Anyone else? It's like homeroom when you don't want to be called on. I won't call on anyone. Okay, I will wrap it up unless somebody cuts me off right now. Anyway, thank you for spending your Thursday. I said Wednesday when we first got on. Thursday with us. If you haven't thought of a why, that's totally okay. I sometimes go back and I like strengthen my why, or you can even change your why, or you can freaking add to it. You can make your why this big. You can have a million things in your why. So I think just journaling or checking in with yourself and kind of always just like maybe fine tuning it is awesome too. So if you want to think about it and let one of us know on our check-ins or just keep it to yourself, I think that that's great as well. So thank you guys. I hope you got something out of this. The recording will be in the Discord chat, and enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good night.